Hi, my name is Dhananjay Kumar, and in this video we are going to learn is and as operator in C#. To start with, let us directly jump into code and see that how we can use is and as operator and when we need it. Here you see that I have two classes, class player and class cricket player. Cricket player extends class player, and these are two simple classes. We are going to use these classes to understand how is and as operator works. So let us go ahead and create an instance of class player. Let us say p equal to new player. So we have created one object p of type player. Now we want to check that whether p is of type player or not. Then we can check as var b. I'm just giving some variable name here and say p is player. And let us go ahead and print value of p. And here what we are doing in line number 13, that we are creating instance of class player. Then we are checking that whether p is of type player or not, and then we are printing that value. So when we run this, we see that we are getting output true. What does it mean? It does mean that is operator returns true if object is compatible. Here object p is of type player, so is operator is returning true. Let us say that we are checking p is of type math. Math is a C# class, and now we expect output false, and here we are getting output false because p is not of type math. Now let us see that we say player p equal to new cricket player. Since cricket player extends player class, so we can we can have a reference of cricket player in player. Now we see p is player, and let us see that what output we are getting. So go and run it. We get it true because yes, p is of type player. Now if we say p is of type cricket player, again we expect output true because p is of type cricket player as well. Both have the same reference. So you just learned that how is operator works. It returns you true if objects are compatible. It returns you false if objects are not compatible. We just saw in demo that is operator we use to find type of an object. Is operator returns true if object is compatible. It returns false if they are not. If we use is operator against null, then it always returns false. Now again let us get back to demo and see that how we can use as operator and how as operator is better than is operator in certain scenarios. So here let us go and create a object player p as new player and set name as Rahul Dravid, and I'm just giving some value, and the other value is here we should give comma and then team, and let us say India. Good. So what we have done, we created one object here p. Now what we want to do, we want to check that if p is player, then do certain things. So as we know, is operator returns true if p is player. If p is player, then we are saying that create another player called q and assign p in that, and then we want to print some value as q dot name. Now let us go ahead and run this application, and you see that we are getting some error. We don't need this line. Now go ahead and run this app again, and you see that you are getting output Rahul D, and this is expected. Now if we examine code, what we are doing in line number 20, that we are checking that whether P is player or not. Since in this scenario P is player, so it is returning true. After that, again we are assigning value of P to Q. Both are representing same type, that is player, and then we are printing value on object Q. This is good. Now what is problem with this approach? That it is doing type checking twice. It is doing type checking once here, and then again it is doing type checking once here before assigning value of P to Q, and this may cause your performance issue. And here you can use as operator, and as operator comes handy here. You can say, hey, define a object player Q, and you say Q equal to P as player. So what line number 20 will do, it will assign P to Q if P is player, or it will assign null. So as operator returns null if objects are not compatible, or it returns the reference of the object. And then we can easily say, if Q is not equal to null, and here we can say if Q is not equal to null, then display Q value of Q, that is Q dot name, and here you are getting Rahul D expected output. So the message I'm trying to convey here is that if you are using as operator, it does type checking only once, which is happening here. But as you remember, if you are using is operator, it does type checking twice in this particular scenario. As operator returns null if objects are not compatible, and it returns reference of the object if they are compatible. So performance of as operator in this type of scenario are better than is operator. So to summarize, again we use as operator to find type of an object. If object is compatible, then as operator returns reference of an object, else it returns null. It does type checking only once, whereas is operator does type checking twice. So in this video we learned about is operator and as operator. We saw that how we can use is operator and as operator. My name is Dhananjay Kumar. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is debug_mode, and read my blog on debugmode.net. I hope you find this video useful. Thanks for watching it.